Coming up on the Mental Health Matters with Marty show, listen, we're doing something new. We're doing the 12 Days of Christmas mental health style. Stay tuned.
Enjoy your life, be free with life. Enjoy your life, have some fun. Enjoy your life, be free.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? Happy Monday. Welcome to the Mental Health Matters with Marty show. Listen, I am Martinez Sellers, pero no habla nada español, pero I am your mental health hygienist. Listen, we're doing something different, y'all. We so glad you are here. Listen, like and share. Let us know you are out there. What's going on? What's happening? From the West Coast, still the best coast. We love to say it that way. And my mama trying to call me FaceTime. What's up with that? I don't know. They always call it the wrong time, y'all. But listen, we're doing something different. We want to do something called the 12 Days of Christmas Mental Health Edition. And we want you to know we are out here, and we are out here to support you in what you're doing. Listen, Annette, what's happening? My soul sister from the LA area. Hey, I love you too, darling. Glad you like the show. Listen, Portia, what can we say? Pero hablas muy poquito. Pero mi nombre es Martinez Yvonne Sellers. That's a whole nother reason why we got that. I just tell them I'm Dominican 3 times removed, and it works. I don't know. But listen, we're so glad you are joining us today. This was the brilliant idea of my co-host on the Tuesday COVID show. But I had to bring him on the Monday because he said we need to do something to support our people during this time. We're going through a COVID experience. We are having a COVID Christmas. We had a COVID Thanksgiving. We had a COVID Labor Day. We had a COVID 4th of July. We had a COVID Father's Day. Listen, if you like me, we about COVID out in this, but we need to give you hope in that. So listen, I'm going to bring on my co-host who's going to be with me for the next 12 days. You heard it. We're going to be here at 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time, every day up until Christmas, even on Christmas Day, because we want to see what y'all got on Christmas. Yes, that's right, coming from Orange County, California. Let us know where you're listening from today, y'all. We want to get you involved. If you have questions, whatever, let us know. But without any further ado, coming from the noisy Riot City himself, the DMV. We're trying to keep him out of these COVID streets, y'all. I will bring on my co-host with us, none other than our resident expert in mental health and wellness, none other than Thomas Davis. What's up?
What's up, Marty?
What's up?
But hold on. I gotta be with you 12 days.
That's right.
Christmas Day too?
Hey, you thought of it.
What's up,
You
Marty?
interrupted me and said, I got an idea. I said, look, Thomas, we're going to do this. We're going to do it for 12 days, right? Yeah, we're going to do this 12 days. Guess what?
Right.
The 12th day is on Christmas. On
That's
the
what's
12th
up.
day of Christmas, my ninja gave to me.
I was about to finish that sentence. But all I'm gonna say is see.
See? Okay, see.
Espanol.
Oh, everybody got jokes now, huh?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
What's happening with you, man?
Man, I'm just excited, brother. I'm so glad to see you and our guest in the back. I am excited for a fun
Right.
night. I've been laughing and doing this already, so I already know that this is going to be fun. And hopefully we uplift everyone that is streaming with us on tonight. Hello,
Most
everybody.
definitely.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all, let us know where you're at, where you're listening from, and everything. And I agree with you. When you called me with this idea, I thought it was absolutely amazing and absolutely brilliant because so many of us are suffering. You know what I always say: secretly suffering in the shadow of shame. But we got to do what? Speak up.
Speak out.
And live. Yeah,
live.
That's right. And we wanted to share some hope. And I love what you said.
Yeah.
You called me and says, Marty, how can we spread some hope? How can we spread some love to everyone who is going through this Christmas holiday? What I affectionately call COVID Christmas. In that, hold on. I got to bring out my hat. Yeah, there we go. 12 days of Christmas, y'all.
You know what? Wait till you see the 11 days. Each day is
each
an
day?
attire. Get ready.
Oh, it's on. Is that a challenge?
Oh, what's up?
Is that a challenge?
I got my red on. What's up?
Listen, that's my girl
Ho,
from
ho,
Gambia.
ho. Ho. Merry Christmas.
Listen, Veronica, much love from Gambia. Listen, that's my soul sister. She was here in Southern California. Let me tell you her story. She said, Marty, I can't do it anymore. I'm going to the motherland. I said, well, where are you going? To Gambia.
Oh, wow.
I said, oh. And she got her ticket. I'm getting a one-way, and she bounced as it's in Gambia. And I love it because my soul sister, she sends me videos and tapes of what her experience in Gambia. So listen, if y'all need someone to give you the experience of living in Africa, listen, she got a whole mansion over there for under, I'm not going to put all her business out there, but I tell you what, it is like, listen, I
But
could
you
put
know
my
what?
whole,
Shout out to her because sometimes it's good to pack up and go and don't look back.
Yes.
Shout out to her. Shout out.
Most definitely. She said, listen, I'm tired of suffering here. I'm tired of not feeling the love. I want to be around my people. I want to try new things. I want to help my people in Gambia. And you know what? I'm so proud of her because she is living her best life. She's enjoying her life. And we all need to take cues from that as well. So I'm going to have her we got to have her on the show sometime and talk about the experience that she's having in Gambia.
Well, Marty, before I forget, my mom is on my Facebook page. She says, good evening. She's streaming from North Carolina. Justin Leach said, what's up? He's watching from Alexandria, VA, the DMV. What's up?
We rolling like that? Listen, don't make me pull out my homeboy Snoop on y'all.
Oh, is he right there in the corner? What's up? What's up?
Da California love, baby.
What's up?
we going gangster tonight.
Let's do it. I'm ready. I am ready.
Right. But tonight's kind of a special, and I'm glad that we're doing it this way, talking about mental health and men and what that looks like. Because too often we don't talk about how men secretly suffer, how men have mental health challenges, issues, all that as well. Why do you think that we don't talk a lot about men and mental health today, Thomas?
You know why? Because we a man. You know, we got to beat our chest. You know, men.
Careful, I want you to get hurt now.
We're live. I catch you in the green room.
All right.
But, I think we as men, you know, we want to be that protector.
Yeah.
We want to be that provider. We want to be that man of strength. So, you know, we don't want to show that we are stressed out. We don't want to show that we are having a moment because we still have to be that protector. So,
right.
Yeah.
Right. I agree with you. And you know what I love we're trying to do. And I'm so glad that we are having this conversation to talk about men and mental health, because let me tell you something. In the past 4 months, I've had more referrals from black men than I have in 4 years of having this business here. And we have to create safe spaces for men to talk through their anger, through their anguish, through whatever, and have safe spaces for men of color particularly, because we already have so many microcosms that hit us all the time, microaggressions rather, that hit us all the time. I don't know where microcosms came from, but that's all right. You felt what I'm saying.
You know, it's that stocking cap on top of your head. You know, it's a little hot over there in Cali.
It is hot.
Your head can't breathe.
I'm sweating, man. So listen,
take it off.
To all the bald head brothers out here, we all good. You know, I got my boy in the back, Dr. Brown, because he, you know, the bald head folk gonna come together and step up tonight. So don't be hating. Listen, y'all, we having fun. I love it because we need to see more of us having fun, laughing, and doing all those things. Because too often we are misdiagnosed, we're misconceived, we're already, everyone's got this misconception about black men. We too smile.
And misunderstood.
Yes. We too laugh. So listen, you and I can talk all the time. I got your number. So let's bring on our guest, man. Introduce one of our first guests.
All right, I want to introduce this young man here. His favorite color is red, so I know he's going to come on here and bring us some holiday greetings. He's all the way from North Carolina, but he is a product of the DMV, DC. I want to introduce to you Mr. Jason Mahoney. I'm sorry, Dr. Jason T. Mahoney.
Yes, Jason T. Mahoney, the
What's
motivator.
going on, good people? I am like rolling back there. Y'all are like funny. And, I wish my sweater was red, but Thomas, man, thank you for wearing red for us tonight.
Yes,
that's a really good thing. Thank you,
yes,
thank you.
Yes, no problem.
So how's everybody doing?
We good. How are
Y'all
you?
doing good? I'm good. I'm loving the 12 days of Christmas, and I actually was
Yes.
working on a song. I
Uh-oh.
was gonna take the 12 days of Christmas, and I was gonna, be creative with it, and just make everybody, tell us 2 things or 3 things on day 3. They're just gonna have us tell us 3 random things that their lover gave
Right.
them on Christmas. It can be as fun, as random as you want it to be. So I'm gonna ask y'all a question. This is what day 1, right?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Before, we gotta get to other people. Hold on.
Yeah. Let's
Hold
make
on,
it.
hold on.
This ain't your show?
Y'all know
Watch
I'm
out,
gonna
watch out, watch out. Back
let me
up.
throw up symbols. Let me throw, product
Watch,
of the
don't
DMV by the
throw no
second,
gang signs up in here.
by the way of Cotton Acres of South Carolina, the C and the A representing South Carolina.
Okay.
How about this, Jason? Can you give us a little tune of your 12 Days of Christmas song?
No, Marcel
I
is
don't
not in
sing.
here.
Marcella in here. I don't say.
Marcel is not in here.
Okay.
Listen, y'all. Listen, as you see, we on lit tonight. Y'all need to go ahead and tell every man. Listen, tweet this out, get it out, get all the men. We want to hear from the men tonight. Women,
Right.
we love y'all, but we want to hear from the men folk tonight about this. Listen, let's bring in our next one. Listen, he is. I call him the preacher because you put a quarter in the jukebox and he gonna preach. He gonna preach till time get better. He gonna preach you under the bench. He is our anger management specialist, our domestic violence specialist. Yes, we have a black man leading in domestic violence and telling the truth like a TI is. So none other than future Dr. Michael Adams. What up?
Good evening, good people. How's
What
everybody?
up? What up, Bishop?
Y'all, I see y'all throwing up gang signs and y'all want to call Bishop and help everybody out. Negative. I will not be giving passes willy-nilly. How's everybody doing tonight?
We good, man.
Man, we
good.
doing good. Listen, we just
Doing
trying to have a
good,
little bit
doing
of
good.
fun tonight. Now, because some of us have some days.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've had a day.
Yes.
This was
Right.
a long one. And this was a long one. And it seems like the closer we get to Christmas, the longer the days go. But I tell you what,
Right.
we're going to be all right.
We
We
gonna
gonna
be
make
all
We're
right.
all right.
We gonna make it.
Right. Oh, Lord, now the choir in the back, too. Nobody warned me. Somebody should have said.
It's the red that got him turned up tonight. It's that
That's
red.
what
That's
it
all
is.
it is.
Okay.
Oh my God.
We might get rid of that red.
You had too much Christmas eggnog.
Something has
It's
gone
called.
wrong.
You know what it's called? Emergency. Vitamin
Oh.
C.
Oh, okay.
That's what they call it.
He has vitamin C in a water bottle, but it's not water with the vitamin C.
Hey, Jason.
Listen, y'all cutting up. Let's bring on our next one. Listen, none other than Mr. Positivity himself.
Yes.
He has a private practice. Listen, he is an optometrist, and we're so glad to have with us none other than Dr. Timothy Brown.
All right.
Hello,
Hey,
sir.
I had a breakthrough from backstage, man. You guys left me out.
You had a breakthrough?
I thought for sure we were here with Marty, but then it seemed like it switched over to the Jason T. Mahoney show.
Thank
I
you.
didn't know what was going on.
Thank you. Dr. Brown, thank you.
I just show up.
And
Like,
show
wait a
out.
minute, Jason's about to take over the show already.
Right,
Show
right.
out.
You got to put some folk in their place.
Just show
Dr.
up.
Brown, how you doing down there in the Atlanta? No, I'm sorry, in the Georgia,
Yes,
Augusta.
I am here near Augusta, Georgia, and North Augusta, South Carolina, and we are doing well. And I just want to remind people to laugh. Laughter is good for the soul. Yes, it's good therapy. So thank you guys for starting the show off with so much laughter, man. It feels good.
Yeah. Yes. Listen, you getting shout outs and maybe this is the Dr. Brown show. What's up? What's up?
Right.
Hey, Martin, we ain't gotta say nothing tonight. Let's just sit back and look.
Hey, too many previous hosts on the show tonight.
Right. All of us have hosted something.
Go.
That's what's gonna be fun. Listen, let's kick it off with this, y'all. Why do you think it's so difficult for black men to seek therapy or even tell, because it's almost like a cuss word. You said, you know, I just got off with the phone with a youth pastor earlier, and he's like, you know what? I just realized I finally got to get my people therapy because I was against therapy. I pray. I didn't need no therapist. I'm like, you're probably the main one to need one up in here. But why are we so resistant? Let's start with future Dr. Adams. Why are we so resistant to it?
I mean, the most simple answer is that it's not masculine. That's something for that other people have to do, and I'm strong enough to bear my own burdens.
Right.
I'm strong enough to deal with the stuff that I got going on. But look, here's the truth. Like I said the other day, if your light is on in your car, you're gonna make sure you find a mechanic.
Right.
And if one mechanic bad, you'll find another one. The light can be on in your mind sometimes.
Yeah.
So stuff that you deal with that you chew on over and over again, and the stress and burden, like you just said earlier about the COVID days.
Yes.
It's a lot. This fool that don't want to leave office. Come on, somebody. You got all these different pieces. I thought about it today. I'm watching CNN, and we were watching the Electoral College.
Right.
And with my child, and I was like, these are pieces of our government we don't even see. Because in November, of election year, one person concedes. See, all that kind of stuff just adds to your mental. Okay, so what's going to happen? The unknown. It is our job to find somebody to help us to process these emotions. Hopefully, we're gonna get into this stuff tonight.
Oh.
Wow. Sorry, I'm on mute. Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm even talking. Yeah. Dr. Brown, same question. Why is it so hard? Especially, you know, and let's go into it about even your practice. You know, do we go to get our eyes checked? Do we go to these other things? And what are you seeing even in your practice?
It's because it's in our head. Macho man. Our masculinity, just like you said, it's in the head. Men are supposed to be strong. Men are not supposed to have issues. Men are not supposed to show feelings. And the world got us locked into this cycle of just keeping everything locked in. Don't speak out.
That's good.
You know, just be strong, be the supporter, be the provider. There. And you know what? Men do not usually schedule their eye exam with us. It is the wife that's usually doing the exam. It's the mother that's bringing them to the eye exam there. So I applaud. Just want to take a moment and applaud the ladies for taking care of men and making sure that men go to their primary care provider, go see their optometrist for an eye exam, because what you don't know is that there are a lot of things that's happening within your body, within your mind, that need for you to just step into someone's office in order for it to be diagnosed there. So if you don't go, you don't know. So I think men need to know that it's okay to express yourself. It's okay to say I love you. And it's okay to make sure that people know that I need help.
Come on.
And if I can add, it's okay to say I need you.
Oh, that's good.
That's
wow. Jason, you awful quiet tonight.
I'm
sorry, Dr. Mahoney.
I was waiting on my turn. You were calling everybody's name, so I'm sitting being quiet, waiting on my turn.
Okay, Dr. Mahoney, your thoughts.
So actually, simply put, I'm going to use the terminology. The buck has been broken, and if you think back to slavery, you had when black men were on a plantation and they were macho and all those things, and they went through what you call the buck breaking process. And so at that particular time, and we bring that to today's society, we don't want to show our emotions. We don't want to show our feelings. We don't want to show those things because in our mind, we feel as if we're losing that buck mentality and we're becoming a broken buck. And so we need to remove that to say that you're stronger when you talk about your emotions and when you talk about your feelings and those things. So I believe that there's a fear and with that masculinity, the toxic masculinity and all those things, and just pretty much that buck breaking process, it goes back to the idea of I don't want to be a broken buck.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. And I want to ask you for that too.
Go ahead.
The other piece is that you don't want to be deemed as an angry black man.
Right.
Yes.
You know, somewhere I read where it says be angry and sin not. Well, look, it's okay for you to express and get that stuff out. It's okay for that. That's okay. But at the end of the day, once it's out, what do you do with those things? You don't want to be deemed as something by society that we're not, because we're not allowed. Can I be real? We're not allowed to express our emotions in a way
Yes.
that could be received.
Right.
Every time we do something, we're not talking about our counterpart. We're not talking about our counterpart because they can be the angry black women too, but we're not going into that. But when we do something, it's deemed as criminal.
Right.
It's deemed as
You're
criminal. But me just being mad, you stepped on my foot, ouch, that hurt. But we're gonna have to get all right with that. We're going to get all right with it.
And Adams, if I could even go when you talked about the anger, but if I could even talk about the idea that anger is typically that secondary emotion, but you're really hurt.
That's right.
You're sad. And because sad and hurt and all those are what you call your feminine emotions, we push those aside and we come out as anger. If something happens to you as a black man and it calls you to be sad, accept it. You're sad. You're hurt. Okay. And then when you deal with it there, it won't come out in that anger, which is that secondary emotion that we typically see.
But we're not allowed to be sad. We're not allowed to be
We're not allowed to be sad. Right.
Okay, but Jason, let's put some more meat on it. If anger is a secondary emotion, sad, disappointed, disrespected, are these not pieces of the human experience?
Exactly.
Are those not pieces of the human experience?
But are we allowed to be human? That becomes because we already when the original Constitution was written, we were what two fifths, three
2/4.
Whatever it was, we weren't whole.
That's
exactly. we weren't coming in the number.
Right.
Whatever it was, we weren't whole.
There's
a question in here that put that last question up by Keisha. She says, "Where's the balance for the black man?" Excellent question, Dr. Brown. Where's our balance?
The balance is that we have to make sure that we step up and demand our seat at the table. We have to make sure that we step up and be that pillar of support to our brothers that's out there. And we got to start when they're young, because little do we know, our minds are being poisoned. We're getting a lot of toxic information. We are maybe seeing some toxic things going on in our household that can really cause a traumatic effect on our life there. So we got to go in there and help mentor men while they're at a young age, so that when they grow up, they are not so stubborn to the point that they're not listening to the sound advice that's being given to them, whether it's being given to them by a family member or from their pastor or from a therapist. Men need to have an open mind. And too often when we get old enough, we shut down and we don't allow things in. So we have to make sure that we speak up and demand that we have this balance wherever we are there, because the world's not just going to hand it to you.
Right. That's good.
You just said something with that.
Go ahead.
Communicating. See, we can't take it by force because we deem criminal. We can't be angry and be that. We have to find a balance, like Mr. Positivity said, to be able to articulate and communicate. That did not feel okay. I felt slighted on this. I felt excluded. Was that your intention?
But and if I can,
go ahead.
If I can add to that, though, we talk about finding the balance, and we're talking about allowing us to express our feelings and those thoughts. But I want to put a pin there and say, do our workplaces, does the church, and the places where we congregate, do they allow us that place to express our feelings? Because if you're in a place and you're as a black man and you're expressing your thoughts and your feelings, the first thing that you may say is, why are you talking so much? Black men aren't supposed to talk, or they don't want to listen to us or what have you. So on one hand, they're telling us we want to hear from you. We want you to talk. But then on the other hand, you're saying we're not providing that space. So it's kind of like a crazy situation. And where do we find that safe place and that balance to be able to be our authentic selves?
Good. Go ahead, Thomas.
I want to shake the table a little bit, because I feel like we're going to get some great answers tonight from Mr. Positivity and the pastor and the motivator. We got it all in one tonight. In order for us to find the balance and challenge ourselves to speak up and sit at the table and do all those great things, the first thing that we got to figure out is, who am I as a man, right? So I want to shake the table and figure out and ask the question, what is a general definition of a man? Because we have different perspectives on what a man is. Man ain't supposed to cry, right? We the macho man. So what is a basic definition of what a man should be? I'm going to start with Mr. Positivity. because I feel some positive vibe coming on over here.
Thank you, brother. So I feel a man is a human being who has been given the opportunity to be able to accept things in life that's good for him, that's good for his family. And at the same time, a man is the person that's going to grow up and have that opportunity to be a leader, someone that's going to be there to help mentor others, someone who's going to learn maybe from a brother, maybe from his father, that it's okay to express yourself. And if that father or male role model is not there, it may be his mother that's going to have to instill those things into him so that he'll grow up to be that role model that other young men are going to need in life there as well. So I feel that a man doesn't necessarily have to be hard all the way around. There's some soft spots there. You just have to poke. You have to poke around and find out where that soft spot is there.
Right.
But a man,
you're going against the definition.
Hey, he's going to be flawed sometimes. But
He's going somewhere. Right. Can I say this to our men that's watching? He dropped some buzzwords. He said leader. We got to lead our homes. We got to lead ourselves. We have to lead our kids. He said model, role model. Role model what you want your kids and your family to see from you. And most of all, be who you are. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate you for that.
Okay, now I'm going to be a little advocate.
Here we go.
Right. How can I lead if I've never had that modeled before me?
No.
Well, I'm just saying.
You asking a question? Here's the thing. First of all,
the beginning of all things, Pastor.
To me, the beginning of all things should begin with I'm comfortable in the skin that I'm in. Whatever's good for me is good. Whatever is cool. Whatever. Right. Now, with that comes the paradox of I have seen something wrong and I need to do something different about it.
That part, the recognition.
Thank you, sir. I'm gonna cash out you some money. Thank you for that.
Please do. I acknowledge it, but I'm also going to do things about. I'm not going to be tripping though when I do it. I'm not going to do it in an angry fashion. Right. I have noticed this. I acknowledge this. Now I'm going to do something different about it. That's true leadership. Right. Leadership is doing the right thing when no one is watching.
That's right.
Integrity.
Yep. It's integrity. It's character. But in order for you to do any of these things, you have to be comfortable in your own skin. Because if I'm thinking about what other people are thinking about concerning perception, not in concerning the things that are right.
Yes.
You're not talking about something right now. I don't care how you perceive.
Yes. That perception is a silent killer.
Right.
When you focus on the perception of what someone has about you, and that becomes your livelihood, that is a silent killer. And it's a silent killer for your humane.
That's right.
As a human, it's a silent killer for your self-esteem. It's a silent killer for your foundation, because what's happening is you're now living in the perception of what someone thinks about you. And not living in the reality of who you were born and destined to be.
There you go.
And I think once you tap into who you were born and destined to be, and I'm gonna go back to what Marty said, how do I know? And that's where, and I have to go from a spiritual perspective. That's where you really have to really pray and dig to say, okay, send me the right person to mentor me, to help me understand who I was born and destined to be, because if not, we're going to continue to live in the perception. And far too many black men, and I'm going to say this loud, far too many black men are living in the perception of what people think they should be and what they should be. And that is why we find ourselves in a situation with going to the graveyard and never have been truly happy with who we were born into this world to be. Kill the perception, because it's going to kill you.
Can we stay right there, Jason? No?
That's right.
I have to put off a facade.
I
have to put off. Those clothes weren't meant for you. The facade wasn't meant for you. You put those clothes on. That's why you're not comfortable. You're not comfortable speaking your mind in truth. You're not comfortable walking in purpose. You're not comfortable in telling the truth when there's lies. That's why, because you put on this perception, this facade. That's not yours. The question is the uncomfortable. What is yours?
Right.
And that is a miserable life.
But many of us are living miserable lives. How many of us are living miserable lives?
A lot.
Thank
lot.
you,
Right.
Dr.
A
Brown.
lot.
Right.
That's right.
Because
A
we
lot.
have
Right.
not. I want
Right.
to go to this comment that Ellsworth had put on here. Williams in his talk about says we need to be accountable to our own race. Right now, the media, news, and hip hops are the major influences when it comes to the narrative of the black male.
Right.
And I think that goes back to what you were saying, future Dr. Adams, when we're talking about not being comfortable in our own skin.
Right.
And I agree with you that we have to, Jason, when you talked about being the mentors, but we also have to get past our own pride and know when we have the right mentor that is in front of us that's trying to help us and not trying to harm us, because we have too much division within our own, because we have the jealousy, the crabs in the barrel mentality too, that I can't help you, or I don't want to help because you might be better than me, or you might get more than what I got, instead of being grateful for the people that are pouring into you, that's trying to push you. I want the people that I'm helping to be better than me. That's my goal. I'm in this
Absolutely.
age now where my job is to be a mentor.
Right.
And my job is to train. I'm in my 50s. I can't start too many things over again. Listen, I'm trying to sit down somewhere and have them take care of me.
And Marty, and you know what? What you just said is key. But we as men, like you said, we have to be comfortable. Where
Yes.
I was back in 1999 is not where I am in 2000. I got gray hair
hope
now.
not.
I'm losing my hair. So I realized at this point, the stuff that I used to do back in the day, I can't do that. So when I have other people that are younger than me that is doing the same thing that I'm trying to do, I can't get upset because they doing it better. But we as
Come
men,
on.
we get in our feelings. Oh, he trying to mock me. It ain't about a competition, because
Thomas.
I can learn something from you.
Thomas, you just said something so profound. You said we get into our feelings, but guess what? We don't acknowledge that we get into our feelings. Think about
Because
it.
we a man.
Because we're a man. But how many times, like you said, you don't do what you were doing in the early 90s, right?
Right.
Okay. You made a decision to move forward to who you were born and destined to be in this world, right?
Right.
Now, the people that you left behind, they may now be in their feelings, but they macho men, but they're
Right.
now in their feelings saying, "Oh, Thomas think he better than us now." No, it's not that. Thomas made a decision to stop living in the perception and live in the reality of who he is. And then, and the crazy thing is, Thomas, you're still willing to go back and show those other individuals the right way to go, but they're so filled with themselves that
Right.
they can even see that you're a light to help mentor them because they're in their feelings that they're failing to acknowledge.
Okay, I need to go here too. You
Go
put that
ahead, go
comment
ahead.
up there, Marty. Just a couple things that need to be addressed. Number one is the hip hop portion. Trust me, grown men don't float with that right now. There's nothing we can do about it because that is the perception that is placed on TV.
Right,
Black
right.
men don't adhere to what is on the media and in terms of hip hop and all. No. That is the powers that be that put what it is in front of them.
Because we don't own the stations.
Whole nother story. We're not going there. Number two is this: the crabs in the bucket theory. What's interesting to me is crabs were never meant to be in a bucket. That is not their home. That is not their natural home. Crabs
Thank you all
were
for
never
joining us
meant
tonight.
to be there. So what are we to do about this? Because what I'm looking at on this screen is who I typically look at with people my age who are black men in this society for the most part. Work, school, home, kids, responsibilities, repeat. That's what I see. That is not what I see on that freaking TV. Them people don't speak for us. Let's be honest about it. They don't speak for us. That is who they decide to put on the TV for others to look at and emulate when we are just the opposite.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
So
Jump in there, Thomas. Hold on, Jason. Jump in there, Thomas.
Go ahead.
No, Jason, go, Jason, go.
So Adams, Dr. Adams, you talked about crabs in the barrel or the bucket, and they're not supposed to be there. So I can shake something up for a
They were
minute.
taken from their natural habitat.
Right. And so they're taken from their natural habitats. And then when they're trying to crawl out the bucket, one is grabbing hold to the other, and they're saying they're trying to pull them down. But the one that is climbing up to the top is realizing I'm not supposed to be in this situation. And so I'm making a decision to get out. Now the question is, are all the other crabs trying to latch on to help get out the bucket, or trying to pull the person down?
Perception is reality.
Perception is
What if
everything.
they're
Exactly.
not fighting to
They're
pull
not
one
fighting
in,
each other.
but we're
And
fighting all to get out?
Get out.
Exactly. And far too many times people try to say that we're crabs in a barrel mentality, but but when people say that, I was like, well, let's change that perception. If they're not supposed to be in the barrel of the bucket anyhow, and they're trying to get out, so if I can put a pin there, how many of us have been placed in a situation and we have the resources to get out, but we make the decision to stay in those situations and get mad when somebody makes a decision to get out? In other words, when people get out the hood, they quick to say, oh, you think you better in the hood now. No, they made the decision to get out.
Which is why I said a man is a human being that have the opportunities to be able to rise or remain the same. You have to make that choice, and you have to make sure you guard your mindset there, because if people get into your mind and they can control how you see your life and how you see the things that's possible for you, they can always keep you where you are. You have to break free from that. And how do we tap into the hard shell that men have around them sometimes when you're trying to explain things to them, when you're trying to present that better opportunity to them? How do we crack that hard shell there? Sometimes you have to just allow them to. Sometimes we need to just listen. So for those of you who may be listening tonight, you're a family member, and you're the family member who may be able to identify a male in your household or a friend that has an issue, and what he needs really from you is to just listen. And you have to be really careful the words that you choose to use, because that can either help that man or it can do the other way, hurt that man. So we need to make sure that we are being the proper support that a man needs in his life.
Let me say this.
Empathy. Go ahead, sir. It's empathy.
Let me say this publicly. Y'all are helping Thomas Davis tonight. I'm telling you why. Follow me on social media. What I said last night on my Facebook post, what you just said, Mr. Positivity. Sometimes we don't need you to give us a response. We just need somebody to listen. Because sometimes when I'm upset about something, I don't need you to give me no additives. I just need to run it out.
So let me challenge you here.
Thank you for that, sir. Thank you for that.
And then cash app us all, since we're helping you. So
I got you on the 12th day, brother.
Anyway, see, ninjas. So now you made me lose my thought.
Right. God don't like ugly. Keep it going.
So
go ahead.
So Mr. Positivity, what I'm hearing is necessary is a level of empathy. So if we challenge the perspective, as opposed to looking in the barrel while it's dark and judging those that are still in the bottom of the barrel, maybe what's necessary is a level of empathy. Because guess what? Sometimes, let's be real, your environment can affect you. If you carry your hind part in a bar and they smoking and drinking and you don't smoke and drink, trust me, when you come out, your shirt gonna smell like that.
Right.
How many people that been to Las Vegas and they smoke out there a cigarette? All your clothes stink. It's a natural fact. It ain't for you to go in there looking at people in there smoking. Look what they in there doing. They could be better from a level of empathy provided. They could be better. They're still your brothers. They still your sisters. I tell you what, this is gonna get me muted. I promise you. I bet you your counterparts don't do this to themselves. They know how to stick together, even if it's 100 and some odd representatives suing the government for their common interest that they had no chance in hell of reaching. They stuck together, 120, 130 some odd representatives stuck together. Do you think they agreed?
No.
Nope.
They were on the same page.
But
and that's the difference.
Right. But how did we get there? So how did we get there? And I often think about, Harriet Tubman and all of those prolific individuals that when they said, okay, we about to run. And you had some individuals that were willing to sell out the other so that they would not be able to get off the plantation. So I asked that question too about being in the barrel. When somebody is trying to get out of the barrel, what are we doing, or how are we helping that person get out the barrel as Black men? And I often say, I think Mr. Positivity talked about being able to just listen. But before we even get to the point of listening, that means I have to talk to you. So my question is, so my question is going to be, do you create a safe place for the person to listen?
I also say this.
Place for the person to listen, and a safe place for me to even come talk to you.
Talk to us, Dr. Brown.
I also say this, Jason. I'll even go further. I'll have my hand reaching to pull you up, just so that you know I am a person that's trying to offer help. Because the phrase for today is lifting as we climb, and that's why we should always.
That's good. That's good.
Reach in to pick a brother up and take him to where we are. Show him the possibility of where he can be there. Not only just looking down on that brother, but reach your arm down there and lift that brother up while you're climbing there, so that we can grow together. If we don't do that, we're not changing the mindset. We have to change the mindset. It's very, very important that we get men out of the mindset of feeling like I can't talk, I can't do it.
That's
I can't be there because I haven't seen anyone else be there. We have to change the narrative by changing the mindset.
Absolutely.
So, Marty, the theme of tonight on day one is that we're going to lift each other up as we climb.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
But
I like that.
What I hear is also saying is we have to give men the power to we have to give the men their voice back.
That's right.
And we have to teach men, and that's going to happen. I'm going to say it this way: only another man is going to be able to help other men how to get their voices back. We're used to having women in our ear. No disrespect to women, but we're used to having women in our ear. We're used to hearing that. It's almost like Charlie Brown and the teacher. Wah 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 wah. And you know we will listen. Women, go y'all go to mute and put us on mute real quick so y'all can hear us. But we hear that, and so we hear, because we heard it from our mamas. Several of us grew up in single parent households, but men have not given other men permission to speak freely about what they're feeling, how they're feeling, and how to manage the feelings and the emotions that they're going through. So we have that Coca-Cola syndrome. The slightest thing, we explode over everybody. And like we said earlier, anger is from a therapeutic. We say, I look at a depressed man, and we don't know how to say I'm mad because I'm depressed.
Right.
And I just want to bring to our attention, it's not that, I don't think it's that we can't express ourselves. I just think it's sometimes we're not comfortable expressing ourselves. So we have to work on that comfortable part of the piece there, because think about this: when men get together for a sports event, we do a lot of expressing ourselves.
Yes.
We do a lot of that. We're comfortable. We're around the guys. We're around the fellas. You know, we're in our comfort zone there. So we're yelling. We're acting out. You know, we're doing what we need to do. We're having fun. You know, but when the conversation turns to something serious, we start to go down.
That's good. That's
like
good.
a turtle in the shell. And we need to get men out of that shell, because we know that men have a lot of potential. They have a lot of talents and skills, and we need that talent and skill to be exposed, to be out there in the world before, as Mr. Motivator said, before we hit the grave. Too often we take all of these talents, these skills, these gifts that we have, we take it to the grave before we allow it to be exposed into the world there. So we need to work on helping men be comfortable. Women, help your man be comfortable. Let him know.
That's good.
The other night, that you are that soft pillow that he can lay his head on. That you can caress and rub his head and make him feel real good. And he'll tell you all of his secrets. That you'll find out his strength is in his hair. And you cut his hair.
You're preaching.
Dr. Adams, go ahead.
Don't do that. Here's the thing. It is necessary, in order for men to be able to express themselves, they need to have a safe space.
Yes.
There's a reason why Mr. Positivity said that we shrink back. Because if I share this, will I be judged accordingly? If I share this, will I be treated differently because I've said that? Or because this is how I really feel? So having said that, we need to dwell in safe spaces.
Right.
It needs to come out regardless, one way or another. Safe spaces. And we know the difference, because the truth is this, Marty, we don't dwell in too many safe spaces beyond our house. And
Right.
There you go.
Some people,
There you go.
the house ain't even a safe
The
space.
house is not even safe.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So let me ask this question then. So we talk about safe space and all those things, and we're saying that we're requesting a safe space, correct?
Mhm.
But I'm curious to know from the women that are listening and anybody that's listening on the call, do they even know how to create a safe space?
Well,
Do
most of
they
us
have the
don't.
tools and techniques to create a safe space?
We can hang some stuff on that hat now.
Right.
Because, listen, I didn't know what a safe space was because I grew up in a domestic violent household.
Mm-hmm.
So it was hard for me to even know what safe was because I didn't. There was safe. I had things I didn't have to want for anything, but we had the best of everything. But safety. And the sense of safety, there was always walking to our house. You got to go, okay, who's here first? There was never that safe space. You're
Right.
like, depending on, then if my father was home, what kind of mood is he in? So you learn how to dance around those issues with that. And so safety was something I had to learn myself when I was in my 20s and 30s.
So
Then
you're
as a
talking about physically. You're talking about physically. Here's the
but
biggest one that can
emotional too.
Physical and emotional.
Yes,
Emotional
emotional.
too. Yeah.
Right.
When I
Right.
share my point of view, if I get jumped on because of it, there
Yes.
goes my safe space. Jason, I
Exactly.
like the color blue.
Exactly.
I don't like blue like that. It ain't just, I ought to shrink right back like Mr. Potter.
Right.
Mhm.
Because there's no sense in me expressing that because it's going to get jumped on in the moment.
Right.
And I think sometimes we as men, when we pour ourselves out and when we share our emotions, like you said, why you sounding like that? Why you doing it? So it's like you said, it calls us to go back into our safe space and put on that defense mechanism because we don't want to be hurt.
It
Because
triggers.
at one time I open up, you shut me down.
Right. Exactly.
And
And I no longer feel safe.
That's right.
Right. So
Right.
great. So how do we help men as we're winding down? How do we help these men during the Christmas holidays, especially with now I'm going here, men who might not be in the homes with their children?
Oh, Lord.
I know that's a whole nother show, but I'm trying to
Why
wrap
you wait to do
it.
it at 8:50 and ask that question?
Because we have lots of men who still are not in the homes, and we have not successfully known how to manage blended families and have that. I know that's a whole nother show we could do.
It is.
But Dr. Adams, talk to us about that. I hear you. I see you up there, Thomas. Because we're gonna bring in our anger management and domestic violence specialists about creating safe spaces for men who want to spend time because we experience depression because we want to spend time with our children too on Christmas. We want to spend time with our children on Christmas Eve. On
Can
New
I say
Year's.
this right quick though, Martin? Before you ask that question, let's talk about the men that are in the homes but still don't want to be in the home during Christmas.
Ouch.
Y'all, I'm
I think that's like 2 more hours in the show.
I understand.
Why you gonna throw that one quick?
It goes back to what Dr. Adams said. Before we go out, we got to work on what's in.
So, but you
I'm just
think about it. So
saying.
that's deep because you got
It is.
people in the house, COVID-19. I don't want to be here anyways, and we're on lockdown, and this is crazy. Now you got that, but then you have somebody on the outside who's locked down by themselves with COVID-19, but want to be connected to their family. So you have two
different dynamics.
Right, you have so many dynamics. But can I twist that question a little bit more so to say, how can we create a safe space? So regardless if you're in the house,
let's clean it up like that. Yes.
That's
yeah.
right.
So
Okay.
since the camera's on you, answer it, then we're gonna go to Michael Adams.
Y'all are funny. So
That question will get answered tonight.
So I'm just honestly going to go and just truly say to create that safe space is really to listen, be non-judgmental, and let the person know that they're valuable. And so those are what you need to do. But let me also say it, the person in the mirror, if you're the person that is responsible for creating that safe space, make sure that your ducks are in a row and you've addressed your trauma and all those things, because you can't create a safe space if you don't have a safe space within your own self. So let the person know that they're valuable, respect them, listen, and non-judgmental. Those are the tools you need to give. But then also make sure that your stuff, your trauma has been addressed before you even try to create that safe space. Because you don't want to create a broken safe space if you haven't addressed your own trauma. So that's my piece. I'm
Thank you, Mr. Motivator. Thank you, Mr. Motivator. Bishop Adams.
I love to be motivated. Amen. What really, Darrell? What I will say is this: someone has to be an adult in these scenarios.
Come on.
These children
Come
have
on.
little to nothing to do with your personality
Come on.
issue with the biological parent. Now, if we're talking DV stuff and we're talking trauma and that needs to be, that's different. What I am saying is if you just have an attitude and I'm tired of dealing with you and your attitude, that child just should not pay the price for your personality.
Come on.
Y'all co-parent and create the safe space for the child, regardless of which. I heard somebody say brilliantly the other day, mommy and daddy are not friends, but I support you in your relationship with your father. I support you in your relationship with your mother. We don't talk bad about each other.
Right.
Come on here, somebody.
Come on, let the church say amen.
We don't downgrade a parent in front of each other.
There you go.
Right.
This is your parent. And at the end of the day, these memories, if COVID has taught nothing else, these memories have proved to be solid gold no matter how you slice it. It wasn't the brand new toy. It wasn't the new TV show. It was the memories. I remember when mommy called daddy on FaceTime and it wasn't his weekend, Marty. And I got a chance to see my daddy, my mom for Christmas, for Thanksgiving.
Right.
I'm leaving the rest alone. My bad.
Dr. Brown.
It's hard. It's hard for people to be the bigger person, but that is what it takes in order for us to work through these things there and making sure that men are having that opportunity to be with their children during the holidays there. We have to be the bigger person. Stop using your child against their dad. Stop using your child against their mom there. Work together. Take your argument to another time. Take your argument behind the scene, not in front of your child there, and come together as adults and make sure that we're giving the child the opportunity to be with dad, to feel the love from dad, be the opportunity to be with mom, feel the love from mom, because that child needs a little bit of both. And if that child has both of their parents living, allow that child to experience those memories. Those memories and that time with that parent is going to help that child be a better person in life there as well.
Wow.
Wow.
Thomas, come on.
I just want to take a different step and say something a little bit deeper. Let go what you mad about. That child did not ask to come here. That situation that you mad about with your significant other is not that important. If you want to break the cycle of what you don't want to see, model it in your child's life. Life is short. We have seen in 2020, we are here today and we are gone today. The most important thing that we need to do is take care of home first. Charity starts where? In the house. Take time to have time to educate, be there for your child, support your kids, love on your child. And like the brother said earlier, don't talk negative about the child's mother or father to the kid, because guess what? When they get older, they're going to get that love outside of that house from somebody else.
Exactly.
And that's what we don't talk about. Men, take care of your kids before someone else in the street will. It's happening every day. I'm in DC. Sex trafficking is at an all-time high this week.
Right.
Because we are not taking care of our kids at home. That's all I'm going to say.
And silence. Listen, man, I can't appreciate. We got to continue this. Y'all know you always welcome on the show here because I love it. We spit out some facts, y'all. We want to encourage men and stop laughing at me, Thomas, because I can't even. Anyway,
I know you.
Definitely. Listen, thank you for kicking this off. The 12 Days of Christmas Mental Health Edition, talking about men. This was so important because we don't have enough safe spaces for men just to express themselves and share that. Dr. Brown, how can we get a hold of you?
Oh, you can reach me on all of my social media platforms. I'm on Facebook as Timothy Brown. I'm on there as Timothy Brown, Mr. Positivity. I'm on Instagram as well. I'm also on Pinterest there. So you can follow me on those social media platforms. I also have my Avon website. If you ever need some beauty products, yourself smell good, feel good, and keep looking good, look me up at www.youravon.com/Timothy Brown, and I'll be sure to treat you right.
All right, all right. Yes, thank you, Dr. Brown. Dr. Adams.
No, I like Dr. Brown. I'm on all media platforms, social media, Facebook, Instagram, Michael Adams. You can reach out and email me at lovecounsels1@gmail.com. That's my contact info. I'm easily found.
Love it, love it. Jason T. Mahoney, the motivator.
Everybody, you can actually just reach me on all social media platforms as Jason T. Mahoney, or if you just go to google.com and type in Jason T. Mahoney and Google me, you'll be able to pop up. You'll be able to find me on my website, Facebook, or what have you. Just Google Jason T. Mahoney.
Thank you, Jason T. Mahoney. And none other than my co-host, the resident expert, Thomas.
Marty, you can reach me at Limitless Possibilities on YouTube. Instagram is Limitless Outcomes. Website, email is the same, Limitless Possibilities for you at gmail.com. And the same thing as the website. Marty, thank you so much for this. This has been a great first night. Thank you for taking my phone call late Saturday night about this.
Listen,
thank you.
Well, listen, man, I can't appreciate each of you enough.
Yes.
And definitely, this is, we have so much work to do. I'm so grateful to be in this with brothers like you. You guys give me hope. You give us courage to, as I always say, speak up, to speak out in order to live. Yolanda, thank you so much. Listen, y'all, we get this information out by you liking, by you sharing, by you hosting a party. We want you to re-show this. Listen, again, my name is Martinez Sellers, your mental health hygienist. I love that. And definitely, I can be reached on several platforms, on social media platforms, definitely at mentalhealthmarty.com. On there, support us as well. We got some great merchandise on there if you're looking for some Christmas gifts. Facebook, Mental Health Matters with Marty, and on YouTube, Martinez Sellers. But also, check out our, become an I Matter member. They changed the number on me, y'all. They're not doing those short numbers. So at 855-717-1272. Again, 855-717-1272. If you were already on the 3996, you automatically got put onto this one. So become an iMatter member where you can get all the exclusive things that happens with Mental Health Matters with Marty. And finally, on the podcast, please check out our podcast on Mental Health Matters with Marty on all podcasting streams. Again, for those of you who are Apple listeners, please, it's very important. Apple, listen, give us a 5-star rating and give us a review as well. That puts us higher on the streaming and getting us in the algorithms. That's why that's so important, because we want to talk about mental health on all platforms. Again, thank you all so much for joining us on this. You could have listened to so many people out there, but I'm so glad that you chose this one. We're going to be back with you for these next 11 days at 5 p.m. Pacific time, and also at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to also tell you about the 12 Days of Christmas. Today was about mental health and men on this. Again, men, we don't want you to suffer in silence in the shadow of shame, but we want you to speak up, speak out, and live. Why? So that you can enjoy your life. Tomorrow night.
Enjoy your life, be free, live right, enjoy your